Here's our first test recording. See how this goes. I'm already not camera ready. And now for something completely different. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
No, you're not. All right. Life. The life everyone knew from before changed forever that day, and no one could explain how or why. It just was. Looking back now, it seems impossible that there was no warning, that with all our advanced technology, things just shifted so drastically that even those who survived felt like ghosts haunting the world they once claimed as their own. Now, the world belongs to the dead, and the living know only fear. Somewhere in Midwestern America, on a typical summer day, the change began with a distant scream. Perhaps some paid attention to that scream, but in all likelihood, most ignored it. Maybe that's where the world truly went wrong, when we became able to ignore a scream without caring because it wasn't happening to us. Then it happened to us all. On the streets of a small city, the screams got closer and closer until people became more and more aware, finally beginning to pay attention. But by then, for many, it was simply too late. The panic of self-awareness contributed to the chaos, and then the dead were among you. Some slow, some fast, others strange, but all hungry. Hungry in a way that made no sense. Everyone has seen the Hollywood version, but when faced with the implacable hordes of living dead, words fail. Where did so many of them come from all at once? How is it that no one warned us? Why? These questions, and many more, were very suddenly and very simply not at all important. What was important? Survive. When all hell broke loose, there were many who died quickly, and soon enough rose to join the living dead. Others, like you, were quick of thought and action, and were able to escape, at least temporarily. It was a hot day in the mayhem of that parking lot. None of you knew each other, but each one of you had managed to grab a weapon, bashing and hacking your way clear of the gathering throng of the dead. In the distance, sirens, screams, gunfire, and then nearby, like a thunderclap, a shotgun blast, and an old man, like a prophet or a messiah, shouting for anyone who wanted to live to get in the truck, now. Now, none of you knew this man, and what would have recently seemed completely insane, jumping into a vehicle with a group of strangers in the light of the seeming apocalypse, now seemed the only logical thing to do. As you piled in, the old man fired a few more shells to keep the dead at bay, and seeing none else close, he jumped into the driver's seat, and the truck lurched forward. You could see him wiping at his eyes, at his face where tears streamed heedlessly down into his white beard, and it was evident that he'd lost someone, just as you all likely have. Glancing back at you, he mumbled, "McCready," by way of introduction. The old man seemed to be in his late 60s, maybe even early 70s, dressed in jeans and a flannel shirt, and the shotgun's home was clearly the gun rack in the back of the truck. The truck was newer, clean and powerful, and it sped through the crowded streets. "Where'd they all come from?" McCready said through gritted teeth, forced to weave through the dead, often slamming into them and running them down. What seemed to be a sure escape seemed more and more unlikely as the old man was forced to divert over and over again to avoid large groups of the dead. Often, people fleeing would run toward the truck only to be dragged down, and there was simply no helping them. After what seemed like an eternity, but was perhaps not even an hour, the truck began to shudder, and the old man moaned aloud. "No, no, no!" Smoke began to rise from beneath the gore-slicked hood of the vehicle as it stalled and rolled to a stop. Thankfully, you had made it to a quiet part of town, although there's no telling how long that would last. With a start, you realized that McCready had opened his door, muttering something about taking a look at the damage. Looking around you at the buildings, you realize you're still well inside city limits and by no means safe. It's late afternoon. Nightfall is only a few hours away. The tall structures around you, once monuments to man's mighty civilization, now seem like the walls of a tomb. Welcome to the apocalypse.
I look around.
All right. Okay. And I can zoom around for a better view, but for right now, I'm going to zoom in on you guys down on the streets.
Crazy, but it kind of looks like an old grainy movie. Like an old, like, it really kind of does.
I like it.
Very cool. Very cool. So this is not an exact representation of Old Man McCready. But he does have a shotgun, so that's why he's there. So you guys are kind of you've glanced at each other in the truck, but as you've come along this journey, it's mostly been about like, is this really happening? Oh my God, what is going on? How can this be? All of those things have kind of taken precedence over like, any like looking at each other. And you suddenly begin noticing one another. And so, first of all, I'm going to go through and have, starting with, we'll go ahead and start here. Go ahead and describe yourself, Ben.
Ellis Singleton is a middle-aged African-American man, kind of dressed in somewhat nice clothes, looks like, kind of office wear, generally speaking. He's in relatively decent shape. He's, fairly stocky, but he looks like, perhaps maybe he was an office worker or something along those lines before this. It's kind of hard to tell, but he looks like from somewhere he had snatched up a baseball bat during the kind of chaos and started smashing zombie heads that way.
Next, we have. Go ahead and describe yourself.
Trent Cooper, or Coop as he likes to be called, is a younger, early 20s Caucasian male, slim, handsome, with a slight athletic, almost a runner's build. An easy smile, though it's more uneasy nowadays. With sharp gray eyes, he's kind of just surveying the group. He has a machete with blood kind of gorily splattered on it, and a long black trench coat.
All right.
Jordan Knox is in his late 20s, Caucasian guy. He is heavy set, used to be a high school linebacker, and he looks just distraught. Recently found out that his family were no longer with us.
You guys kind of heard him sobbing in the truck, trying to make sense of it all.
And Lizzie Miller, she is in her early 20s. She's athletic, fit. She's wearing gym clothes that are splattered with gore. She had a tennis racket, which she quickly broke over the head of a zombie, and then picked up a hatchet to replace it, which has proved more sturdy thus far.
Very good. So, as you guys are kind of looking at each other, now this doesn't mean you're necessarily out of the truck at this point. I just set you guys there with the doors open. Well, the world is your oyster.
I'll slide the window open in the back of the truck. Be like, hey, what do you guys want to do? I don't get out yet.
Lizzie does.
Well, it's a
plan her out.
two-seater.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're all in the truck. Okay.
It's an extended cab. Yeah, you guys were all inside.
I'll turn around. Be like, what do you guys want to do?
Lizzie climbs out to see what help the old man needs.
Okay.
Yeah. Ellis will kind of just look around. Yeah, I guess we got to get this thing fixed up so we can get running.
Yeah, Jordan's gonna hop out and head towards the front of the truck, pop the hood, see if he can notice anything out of the ordinary with the engine.
Okay, so you're heading around the front. Ellis, you're getting out, you said?
I'm gonna get out, and Ellis is actually, since everybody else is doing that, he's gonna hop up into the back of the truck and just kind of keep an eagle eye view on just kind of the area.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye out.
Are you
Yeah.
staying in the truck then, Jerry?
Coop will slide open that sunroof there and stick his head up, standing up in the truck. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of get in positions in the truck. And as you guys are just kind of making your shaky way out, we're going to go ahead and start with, we'll start with Coop. Just go ahead and roll me a D6, Coop. This truck has made some noise.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a 1. You got the 1, guys. Right now.
Wait,
First
What a way to
freaking
start it off.
roll. That's gonna be a record.
Well, to put it in perspective, let me switch to my, I'm not happy, okay? But I'm not unhappy.
Cut to his Cheshire Cat grin.
Prevarication.
To put it in perspective, at times, so if you don't roll an encounter, that's good. So an encounter is a 1 on a d6. However, the next time it's 2 on a d6, 3 on a d6, 4 on a d6. And with that, there is a threat engaged because not running into any zombies means that larger groups of them are pooling together. So the die type raises for each threat level that raises. So it begins as 1d3 zombies, goes to 1d4 zombies, goes to 1d6 zombies.
Interesting.
So Coop has hooked us
Oh.
up. That's what happened. Coop hooked
So
us up.
this is a test. Oh, real quick, I gotta check something.
Right now, what we have happening is the best case scenario, guys.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I also show you guys how we're doing initiative. So welcome to my initiative card system. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So each one of you has the card.
And these work super well, guys.
Nice.
We tried them.
I didn't do a wild
another
card. Oh yeah, I didn't do a wild card, and of course then you have.
Oh, yeah. That card.
So there will be eventually maybe a wild card, but because I'm still learning the system, I was like, well, I want to be careful with adding too many rules too much at
Yeah.
once. So as you guys clamber out of the truck, and you again, Lizzie and Jordan kind of go around the front, you see that the old man has like raised the hood, and he's like, oh no, God. And he's just looking, and you can see the front is kind of pushed in. It looks like the radiator's taking some damage. Maybe the timing belt. Again, keep in mind, guys, not a car guide. Just going on a very limited. There's a few things that are wrong, and it's clearly evident that while you can run a bunch of zombies over with a vehicle, modern vehicles are not really protected against that kind of impact over and over.
Yeah.
And there's like a hiss and a little cloud of smoke coming up. Meanwhile, Ellis kind of got out the back door, just vaulted into the back of the truck, and you're kind of looking around. Coop has like pulled the sun visor and poked his head up and looking around. And I will show y'all what y'all see. But since Jerry, you rolled that, we're gonna go ahead and keep with the theme of Jerry rolling things.
Awesome. What's the next sucky thing I can roll?
Well, luckily, and the good news is, you've started with the again the lowest amount of zombies it can be. So roll 1d3.
Oh. Don't mind if I do. I rolled a 2.
Okay,
So that is 1 then?
huh? Oh, did you
rolled
just
a-
roll a d6?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, gotcha. I thought you had a d3. Okay, so yes, that is 1. No, wait, 1d3. You rolled a 2. Yes, that would still be a 1. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go to the old camera. Interesting. So down the street,
Hanging out.
Jerry, here's what you do next, Jerry. You're going to roll me 5d10 and add them together. Trust me, there's a method.
Cool, I'm rolling ones. 10, 13, and not a good roll for me. 21 total.
That is how many feet away from you guys this thing is as it comes lurching. So what'd you say, 21?
Yes, I thought low was good. I thought wrong.
So this thing got as close as it did to you because you guys were just you were paying attention. However, you were not paying very, very close attention to your environment and lurching, not making a lot of sound. Something that you guys have noticed is at times when these things don't seem to notice until you're fairly close, usually within about 30 feet. That's when they would start reacting to, unless it was very loud sounds, noises, and that type of thing. However, this thing is stepping towards you, and you guys had seen, again, you had seen Ellis jump in the back of the truck, but he was kind of looking back. Well, actually, everyone go ahead and give me perception checks with advantage. It's not exactly trying to hide. It's just not making much noise.
10.
DC is 10.
I got a 15.
Yep, got a 13.
18.
So you all notice, and it's almost like one of those things. At first, your minds still don't want to make sense of this. Like it's a person. It's just some guy. That's all it is. It's just a dude walking, and then you see how he's got bones sticking out of his legs. It looks like the side of his chest has been torn open. He's like, at first you thought maybe he's homeless or transient, and that's when you realize, like, okay, no, it's one of them. So Jordan, you kind of hear this,
Jordan's going to, in a rage, run at this thing and attack it, trying to bash its brains out.
Okay. So just real quick, in terms of combat, the thing to remember is that just like all the other games we play, it's a D20 system. You have 2 actions. There are free actions like dropping something, that type of thing. So you can also charge and do all of that stuff. Again, if you can use your movement and attack. So if every one of you, nobody has armor, so feet of movement. So you rush past. Yep, actually, you rush past Ellie. You swing your crowbar.
5.
That is a miss,
Uh-oh.
even against the zombie. Uh-oh, Raggy.
I was just kidding, Mr. Undead Man.
All right. Well, my other plan's not going to work, so I'm just going to flip them over and show them to you. Ellis Singleton, what do you do?
Okay. Ellis, at this point, is going to hop out of the back of the truck on the passenger side.
Okay, that's a move equivalent to jump out.
Yep, and then he is going to, not all the way towards the zombie, but about halfway, he's going to move towards the zombie. He's not quite courageous enough to charge it yet, but he wants to see what happens with this big guy.
All right, so you hop out of the truck and you begin moving up. Brent.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna get out of the truck and
That's
move
a
up
move equivalent.
behind the big guy and be like, "We got this, man. I got your back." And I'm gonna be behind him.
Okay.
You got this.
You hear that?
You can do this.
You hear this guy like encouraging you from behind you.
I believe in you.
All right. So at this point, even got my blood spattered D20.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. So the zombie goes to grab you. So What happens? I'm gonna switch to me real quick because I want to be as crystal clear because I know these are new rules for you guys too, and that's the wrong button, and that's why we can't have nice things. All right, so essentially the way that this works is the zombies are always going to try to grab you, but it counts as a strike. If they hit you, they do damage. If they grab you, they're immediately trying to grapple you. They cannot bite you until you are grabbed, and they only have the one chance, to try to swing and do. So for you guys, you roll, it's really critical, and I'll be doing the same thing, that you roll location dice when you attack, because a headshot, just like classic zombie movies, is the only way to kill these things. But just like in Ben's system for zombies, you can damage them, but each location has its own hit points. So, can you dig it?
Heck yeah.
Here we go. All right. This thing is going to go ahead and try to strike at Jordan. Okay. That is a miss, sir. He lurches forward. Oh, I got to remember to roll the location. Trying to grab you. Oh, just trying to grab you around the, like from the side. And Jordan, you were able to, you get your crowbar up and, shove him back. All right. And then Lizzie.
Okay. Lizzie's gonna move up on Jordan's left and try to sink her hatchet into this thing. Nope, I rolled 2.
Okay.
She brings it overhand like a tennis racket, but it's the complete wrong technique for this kind of weapon.
You're new to it still. You're young in your killing career. All right. And this is the beauty of the initiative system. I'm kind of constantly shuffling these here cards. So next up is Lizzie.
Okay, she's gonna try second time.
Like the tennis pro you are, you swing again.
Okay.
Nope, that's a 4.
Okay. Like the zombie killer you're not, you miss again. So, it has 2 targets, and it is non-thinking. So, 1 to 3 is Lizzie, 4 to 6 is Jordan.
Okay. Jordan.
It's like, I like Big Macs, and I cannot lie. And it lurches toward the bigger meal. All right. And it hits an 8.
That is a miss.
All right. And it lurches forward. Are you guys getting stressed about the low AC and hit points and all that good stuff?
I just glanced at that and I'm like, oh my god, I wasn't thinking about my hit points.
Why do you think I didn't bum rush it the first round? Because I have an
All right.
11 AC.
The zombie and misses. Next, Jordan.
You got it, man. You got it.
Ah, you freak!
Hit him this time.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Oh,
Oh, Jordan! Why did I get behind you? Because you're
Okay, so here's what happens. Dice cam. This is the direction it goes. Well, shoot, you couldn't even see it because I moved it too far. So, roll me a D6 and add your strength bonus to it, sir. We don't have a crowbar, so I'm going to have to just grab a blunt weapon. Here's a mace.
Total of 3.
Total of 3. So 15 feet back as you chuck this thing, it goes over Jordan. He's like, "You got this, man." Or not Jordan, but Coop. And pulling it over his head, and it lands back behind him.
Mhm.
What's that?
My crowbar.
Oh. All right. Next is Singleton.
Okay.
Batter up.
Seeing his crowbar go flying out of his hands, and the only other person up there is a woman. Ellis is going to rush in and try to swing on this thing with its baseball bat.
You run up there, swinging your bat.
+1, so 14.
That is a hit, sir.
Okay,
Roll your
so
location dice and your damage.
it's for 3 points of damage in the right leg.
All right, let's see what its hit points are. His D4 hit points per limb. It has 2 hit points. You did how much?
I did 3.
Okay, so you break its leg. Hold on 1 second. I forgot to get crawling zombies, but you luckily painted me some, Ben. Hold on.
Gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. I must be a glutton for punishment. I paint up all these monsters that he tries to kill me with.
Paint up some already hitting the head zombies.
Actually, believe it or not, I do. I actually have a couple of weird ones. Like one, there's a zombie that I have that has like a sickle sticking out of part of its head.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah. There's I got another one where there's like it's real creepy looking. It's a zombie with a crow that's like pecking out its eyeball, like sitting on its head and pecking out its eyeball. It's super gory looking.
The set looks awesome though, don't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's sweet looking.
Okay, so you drop this thing, and he goes down, collapsing to the pavement, but still very much alive. He's obviously not coming up out of the ground like that shows, but he's just like trying to stand, but like these things obviously. Again, the great thing is you guys have all seen the movies. He doesn't feel pain, but he's just not able to to continue like moving, but he's still like crawling. Next
Take that,
is
sucker!
Cooper.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up, attack, and move away.
All right.
Emboldened by him falling. Yes, like that. I hit a dirty 20
That is a hit, sir.
in the right leg for 5 damage.
So was that the leg you hit, Ben?
Yes, I had also hit the right leg.
Okay. So re-roll that spot. The right leg's pretty much toast, and it's crumpled beneath
Okay.
him.
Torso.
Okay. How much damage?
5.
5. Nicely done. Okay. So let's see. Now the torso has more HP, but this is a very damaged zombie. Something's already been at this thing, and you smash through its torso, and it collapses onto its side. And it's just a biting head. Just
Oh, yeah, there we go. And
It
I moved the
can't-
rest of my movement away.
like toward where?
Back around behind the big guy.
Okay. All right. This thing is like just laying on the pavement. It's trying to crawl forward now. It's almost sad looking. It looks like a middle-aged businessman at one point, but he's been through some really bad stuff. Jordan. Crap, this is just not working.
Jordan is going to move back and grab his crowbar.
Oh,
Okay.
where are you going, guy? Where are you going?
Pat,
Get my crowbar. I'm not
match
touching
up
this
your
thing.
weapon. All right. Next up is Trent Cooper.
Fine. All right, cool. I'll rush up there and try to hit its head.
All right.
That hits a 11.
That is a hit.
Um,
A
for 4 damage, but I rolled location again.
Huh?
I rolled the location again, even though I'm hitting the head.
Well, you can't call a headshot unless you call it an advance, and then it's with disadvantage.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, torso then. 4 damage.
Okay, re-roll it because the torso's been destroyed. So this
right arm.
this is good. Right arm. Okay, how much damage?
4.
Okay, so
Machete
You
does
chop off
D6, right?
yeah. No, I'm just sitting here looking at this. So you chop off. It has one leg gone, one arm gone. Its torso's broken in half. It has one arm and its head left. It's just it's like horrifying looking. Lizzie.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do a called shot and chop its head off.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, a 5 and a 7, so equally terrible.
Well, what did that hit though? Or is that the
I mean-
totals?
No, the 5, that's only for a total of 7. So.
Okay. Just remember, they have a 10 AC.
Got it. Okay.
Next is Ellis.
Okay, I'm gonna die, you nasty sucker, and I'm gonna try to smash him in the head with a. Oh, okay. That is a 18.
That is a hit.
For 3 points of damage in the left leg. So that's its other leg now smashed.
Okay. Yep. That leg is gone. It is literally an arm and a head. It's like haste. It's almost making you guys sick because you're smashing this thing. Its guts are spattering on the street. Somehow it's still moving. It tries to grab hold of Ellie by the ankle and misses horribly. It just like feebly swipes out with a hand. And it like I say, it's just kind of like, even though you guys are like, we've got to stop this thing. It's just horrible. Why don't we, before we roll our next or pull our next initiative card, why don't we go ahead, Lizzie, and roll me a d6? You guys are making some noise out here.
Okay. 2.
Ellis, shut up.
Okay.
Sorry,
And-
I get worked up over here.
Shut the heck up, man. You're going to get us killed.
Ellis.
Get it? Shut up.
Ellis turns and hits Coop. No, I'm just kidding.
How about
It's your
you
turn,
do
Ellis.
All right,
like 2 little
I'm going
over
to
there?
take a swing on him again and see if I can smash his head. Let's see. Oh, that one's in the it's its target, so
Head. You choose.
so head. That is a 17.
Oh yeah.
For 7 points of damage in its head.
Smash this thing's head to a pulp.
Man,
As-
you're strong. Good job. Good job, guys.
Kill 1.
And Ellis kind of just like walks like shakily back over to the truck.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, Coop goes back to the truck too. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, is it working? We got it fixed yet?
No.
You guys see the old man has stopped and was kind of like watching the fight. He had his shotgun out, obviously not willing to point in you guys' direction, just waiting to see if he could get around to it. But you noticed he's also fearfully around, realizing that while it's quiet right now, it very well may not stay that way. And he looks at you all and he says, look, we should probably make proper introductions. My name is Hank McCready.
Meet you, Hank. Thanks for letting us in the truck. Saved our lives.
Name's Ellis
Thank you.
Sillington.
Nice to meet you, Ella.
Coop, thanks for letting us in. Appreciate it.
My name's Jordan Knox. Thanks for the ride.
How about you, young lady? What's your name?
Oh, my name's Lizzie.
Nice to meet you. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't get us further, but as you can see, I kept having to, and you guys watched him just trying to go right, and he'd have to like back up real quick because there'd be like a horde or there'd be burning cars, and it's been like, even though you drove for an hour, you feel like you didn't get that far, not nearly as far as you should have. He says, are any of you from Centerville? And you guys are in a place called Centerville, Missouri. What you know of this place, it's located in the tri-state area of Missouri, Iowa, and Illinois, right on the border of those 3 places. Any of you from town or from around here?
No, not from this little place. No.
Oh man, no, this is Far from
I
home.
am. I live here.
I'm from just
Oh.
outside of town here.
Okay.
Oh,
So then
okay.
you kind of know the setup then. Have any of you tried your cell phones? Have you looked? And he holds his cell phone up. And as you guys
Kind of reach into my pocket.
yeah.
pull out your cell phones, you notice that not only are they, you kind of expect to see no signal for some strange reason, but they're dead. They're dark.
Oh,
There's
man.
no power.
What's this? It was at like 98%. How is it dead?
Mine was too. I threw it in my charger in my truck, and
Wait, are you all sure? Mine was only at like 10% because I was talking to people all day. I mean, are you
Yeah,
sure
I
you
think we know.
didn't
No,
just
I
die?
know mine was charged because I just left the house and it was on the charger just before I left.
yeah, I was just charging mine in the truck. And the strangest thing is the truck, the electronics. It's a newer truck. The electronics work just fine, but
But the
strange.
cells specifically are down.
So what do you think's going on here? Should we talk on the street or should we find somewhere to go?
I mean, is the truck dead or do you think there's any reviving it?
I think I could fix it. He says, he kind of wipes his face. He's like, it's a new truck. My wife and I, we'd retired and we're from the area. We were doing a little traveling, and anyhow, he kind of, again, he wipes some tears away. He says, I think it's repairable. I just need time. I need to focus. He starts walking around to the back of the truck, lowers the tailgate, and Ellis, you would notice like a box of tools that was back there. He kind of grabs it and drags it forward, kind of carries it around the front of the truck, and like kind of hunkers down, open it up. It's like, some new tools, some old tools, pretty good stuff. He's like, I just not sure. I need a few parts. I might need a couple other tools.
Did you see a
do you
mechanic
mean?
shop anywhere?
Oh, actually, yeah. Hang on. Luck would have it, fates are with us. So you know where the truck is. Right across the corner. Let me zoom out.
Dude.
It's an actual, what looks like a shop. It's actually got a single parked car in front of one bay door. Maybe you could find something over there. Everybody give me perception checks.
Now's the time I roll a 19.
Nope, I got an 8.
41. No, I'm sorry, 19. I don't have a plus.
I got a 19 as well.
What'd Jordan get?
16.
Oh, wow. So Ellis, you're just kind of breathing hard. It's kind of one of those things where you just did the most savage thing you've ever done in your life.
He's still shaken up from it, where he's like,
Yeah.
he's not used to splattering things heads,
No,
in the
none of you
day-to-day.
are. But the rest of you is you have this moment. Switch back to me just quickly. You have this moment as you are sitting there, you're talking, you keep glancing furtively around, like every little shadow seems to be, like larger, or a figure, a form, and you keep waiting for something to come charging from somewhere, but nothing's happening. But in the distance, it's almost worse because you can just hear distant sounds of screams of people, hoarse yells, just echoing through the canyon-like twisting streets of, the city streets. You just not having to get a drink, not coming towards you, but just seemingly all around you, and here and there sporadic, like gunfire here and there.
So
Yeah. My
maybe
dad
the
was.
old man should help us find what we need.
That's a good idea. It's not like they're going to steal our car. It's not going anywhere.
Right.
Plus, he's got that shotgun in case we need it.
Well,
Yeah, I think you're right, Lizzie. We should all probably go together.
All right. Hank, let's all go in, and you can show us what you need.
He looks at you all then and says, I need to get started here. He kind of looks up at the sky, and you realize you've only got a few hours, 2.5, 3 hours tops before it's dark. And he's like, I have to start getting all this out and apart. He's like, I can give you a list. Just give me a minute. And he starts rummaging around inside his center console, and you see him get out like an old notepad, just like an old man like me would carry. And
Text it to me, Hank.
and he just laughs, and he just kind of writes it down. And you guys a short list. It's not a ton of stuff. A couple larger wrenches, just a couple pieces that he really is he thinks he needs to replace. And he's like, I'll get started taking this all apart.
All right, let's
One
go.
of us stay with him to watch his back.
I'm okay. I've got, he kind of pats his shotgun, which is just constantly slung on his back now. Don't worry. When anything comes for me, it's over.
I guess if we hear a shot, come running, yeah?
Fair point.
Yeah, at this rate, he's probably safer than the rest of us.
I don't know about you, but I'm over 2 with this axe.
Kind of look down at my machete and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind some sort of like crossbow or something.
I wouldn't even know how to use that.
Crossbow?
Yeah.
Oh, it's point and shoot. My dad used
Yeah,
to.
but Hooper has never shot one. He's a photographer.
How hard could it be?
Clicky click, just like a camera.
Yeah, point and shoot, man. We got this.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get in there.
All right.
Back over.
Cooper wasn't going to reveal that about himself.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. That's DM boo boo. Cooper's being ultra cool. Okay. So you guys can see from this angle, you know, you got the old man's in front of the hood of his truck. He's working on it. And across the way, you see this shop.
Does the yellow car look empty?
It does.
Okay.
It's actually convertible, and you can see right into it even from here.
Okay. Let's maybe look in the windows and see if there's any zombies inside.
Yeah, I'll go look in the windows.
What kind of movie are we in?
Okay. So you guys start moving up.
You guys ever watched The Walking Dead?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Kind of sucks we're in the middle of it right now.
So you can see there's these 2 big bay doors. There's a side door that looks open, but it is not. That's just the model. So where are you guys heading, and how are you heading?
I'm going to head to the side door, just walking up there as quietly as I can, but I'm no ninja.
Yep, I'll head that way with Coop.
All right.
Now you guys can try. You'll notice that every one of you has a stealth stat, even if you're no good at it, just because stealth is a crucial thing.
Okay. I'm going to try stealthing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
So Coop's leading the way. You guys start heading over there.
Ooh, 7 on my stealth check.
Nope. I got a 9. 7, 8, 9.
I got a 16.
Heck up, you guys. So Coop, you are really moving quietly. I mean, you know, you guys are like, wow, this guy must be like a, just photographing nature and stuff. As you're kind of, but they're not doing so well. To varying degrees, they're trying. But as you get to about that point, you hear, all right, that's far enough. And you see a slot open through the door.
Okay. Calm down, man. We don't want no trouble. Our truck's broke down. We just want to see if we can get some help.
As you get closer, this rundown auto repair shop has a sign above the bay door. The bay doors that simply says Raise. It's very quiet up till now, other than the convertible parked out front, and it looked deserted until about 5 seconds ago. Come to steal my stuff, huh?
No. Are you Ray?
Yeah, I'm Ray. This is my
I'm Coop.
place.
Ray, I'm Coop. We're just trying to get by here. Steal nothing, man.
Uh-huh.
Glad to hear you're alive, though. Not many of us are still.
Yeah, don't I
You
know
got-
it.
What can we do to show you that we're not trying to steal from you, Ray?
Let's see. You could leave.
All right, yeah, we want to do that. We want to do that. Is there any way you could help us? Our truck's broke down. It doesn't need much. Just a couple of
Oh, I
things.
heard it, making a big bunch of noise and a big bunch. Don't you know these things are drawn by noise? What's wrong with
Listen,
you
if we-
people?
If we die out here, that's 5 more of them right by your shop. So maybe it would be helpful if we don't die and you let us on
Yeah.
our way.
We don't want to die, Ray. We don't want you to die. We don't want to die. We don't want to take your stuff. What can we do?
Well, first of all, talking about taking my stuff and you hear click might
Right.
not be in your best interest.
That's my bad. I said wrong. Your stuff
Secondly-
is your stuff.
I didn't want to kill nobody. See? I had no choice. I had to put Butch down. He tried to bite me. You understand?
I did the
We've
same
all
thing,
had to
Ray.
do it today, all of us. So no judgment here.
Not at all. Lizzie?
Right. Till the cops show up. Are you cops?
No.
Do I look like a cop?
No.
Look, man, I used to teach tennis to privileged white women, okay? I'm just trying to live through the day here. Maybe we can work together, because listen, I know you can't stay holed up in there forever. Why don't we work with each other? I'm sure you need something, we need something. Let's work together.
That's what I'm trying to say. How can we help each other?
All right, talking man. What do you do?
I'm a photographer. I was here just doing investigative journalism.
Okay. What about the big man with the crowbar?
I'm a store clerk, man. I just went home to find my wife and kids killed. They're dead. They're gone. The whole world's gone to hell in a handbasket. Look, man, we just need some help. We just need a few car parts and we could be out of here. Heck, you could come with us if you want to.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Jordan.
You notice, Jordan, as you begin sharing that with him, you're not like super close, but you're close enough to see his face, and he kind of wipes a hand across his face real quick. I'm sorry to hear that you lost somebody too. I know what that feels like. At least I think I do.
Yeah.
All right, look,
Thanks.
you want help, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things that I need.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and maybe you do for me, and I'll do for you.
Okay. What
That's
do you
good.
need?
What, Ray? What do you need?
All right. First of all, I'm gonna need some food. Now, right over by where you guys crashed your stupid truck, there's a convenience store, and there's a restaurant right across the street. And he kind of points over toward these two buildings. He points to this one and says that's a convenience store, which let me actually get you a little bit different angle. See, the truck almost smashed into the glass front of this convenience store. And this is like a 2-story, like brick building that's got, sign over that it's a restaurant. I need some food. I've got some stuff, but I'm getting pretty sick of beef jerky, But that's not what I really need. What do you need, though, before I say anything else? What is it you want? You said you want parts? What kind of
here.
parts?
I'll take the list, and I'm just gonna slowly with my hand.
Slow.
It's just a list. I could read it to you, or I could hand it to you.
Just ball it up and toss it through the slot.
Okay.
And you see at this point, as you get a little closer, Lizzie, he has got a Colt M1911A1, which is a 45, which is a pretty powerful handgun. He's not pointing it like at your face or anything, but he does kind of show you that. Let me switch to me. I'm miming things that I realize at this point you can't see, because it's just how I roll. You realize that as you kind of get a little closer, he's kind of like, just to show you he's got the. He steps back. Do you toss it through the window?
Yeah.
All right. He fumbles with it, opens it up, looks real quick. I got most of this. Maybe all of this. I gotta look.
You do that. We'll go get the other stuff. You said you needed something else?
Yeah. First of all, that old man with you, right?
Right.
I see a shotgun from here. You keep him away.
Sure.
Done.
All right.
I know what happens to people who decide to shoot second. So I don't shoot second. So, yeah. Look. There's an apartment building. One right next to the tall building. You see it coming in, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, I'll show you. You're right next to it. Actually, right now, you're kind of almost in a bit of an alleyway between the two. So, Molly, my girlfriend, she lives there. She lives on the top floor in 4A. I haven't seen or heard from her. I know she went home. I know she was home. We were supposed to get together. My phone's not working. And, well, I want you to check on her for me.
We can try. I mean, we can try.
I could try to find the parts.
We'll
Look, I just want you to go up there. It's floor 4A. It's a small apartment building. You can't miss it. When you go inside, you go up through the lobby. Second, each floor is the same. There's just 2 little apartments, one on either side. And I just need you to check on her. Okay?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right.
Talking about getting a house soon.
You work on that. We're gonna work on this, okay?
Okay. And he closes the slot to the door.
I'll pull back up. I'll just kind of motion for everyone to get away from your shot.
Yeah.
Step back a little bit.
Okay, what do you guys want to do here? I mean, we're gonna do this.
If we have any other choice, I don't think we're gonna get out of the city on foot.
I just think we should definitely warn Hank not to accidentally walk over towards the mechanic shop.
Yeah. Let's let Hank know.
Do we need to go for groceries first or a mount? I mean, here's the way I see it. If we get groceries first, at least we got some supplies too.
Fair
Fair
point.
point. Yeah, apartment buildings are people dense. It sounds like a trap to walk in there. Maybe there's a fire escape? We can look. But yeah, groceries first. I think that's a good idea.
I mean, maybe Molly didn't make it.
Okay, but that doesn't really help us.
No, yeah, you're right.
You think Mr. 45's gonna take it great if we say his girlfriend's dead?
I'm just saying, what if she freaking isn't?
But
Well, you think he's gonna take it any better if we come back down here and we got her bashed in brains all over my bat or something?
Who are you talking to, Ellis?
I'm saying to all of you. I mean, just on the off chance that she has turned.
No, you think we're gonna tell him that? My God, we kill her. We say nothing to the guy. She's there. She's waiting for him. Come on over. Date night. Yeah.
let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
All right.
One step at
Groceries. Groceries.
You know, we could just say we checked on her. She wasn't there.
It's kind of what I was trying
I
to
mean-
say there, Jordan. But whatever.
a time. He has eyes. He can. He's gonna be watching us from his windows.
We can't, but we can walk over that way. All right, let's go get the
Yeah,
groceries
yeah.
first.
Groceries.
We'll figure that one out next.
And we'll tell Hank as we pass by him.
All right, you go up to Hank, and you can see that he's got he's in it now. He's kind of glancing around and kind of like, oh, as you walk up, hey, okay, I think I'm making some headway. I'm not the best mechanic, but I do a little bit of work. Did I hear you talking to someone over there?
Yeah, Hank, you're going to want to steer clear of that mechanic shop. That old
Got a
boy's got a 45 loaded at the door. He said he might be able to help us out with the parts, but he needs a few things first.
What's this world coming to?
You would want to
Okay.
help people, not like you, Hank.
I'm thinking about it. Have you all thought about what to do once we get the truck fixed? I know a couple of you are from here.
We got to get out of the city, man.
Those of you that, yeah, well, right, but I was thinking about it. North of here, this is up to you. There's a police station and a big shopping center. And south of here, not far as a hospital, a fire department, even a radio station. Maybe the radio station be a way, maybe an emergency broadcast thing. Because I didn't think to try it, but my truck radio, even if the battery's on it, I'm not getting anything out of my radio right now.
I like the sound of that police station, like a lot. We get some
I mean,
guns.
West of here is out of town. it might be where you're from, Jordan. And yeah, Jordan, it is pretty much west and south out of here is where around the area. There's a lot of farms, just a lot of woods, empty land, rivers. So, and of course, whatever. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's always me and my wife, and he starts wiping tears away. I don't know what to do. I just saw you all were still alive and wanted to. I couldn't help her, so I wanted to help somebody. So
I appreciate it.
Safety
I don't know.
You're with us, Hank.
Well, maybe think on it, and we'll think on it too while we get this stuff done.
Okay.
Yeah, but Lizzie, that police station. Guns. Problem solved.
Maybe, but if everybody's as trigger happy as this frickin' guy, I don't know.
Also, Coop, you think if a bunch of trained police officers didn't survive this, that we're gonna if we go running up in there?
Heck yeah, I'm gonna survive this. Are you not? What kind of thinking is that?
I'm just saying, things are crazy.
We're not surprised no more. This happened by surprise. You're probably eating donuts, drinking coffee, and then bit them. Not us. No, we got our eyes open. That's what
They're
we got.
just alive, or maybe that's a possibility. Trained
Oh, if they're
police
alive,
officers,
even
right?
better, right? We can
Yeah.
smoke.
All right, let's get this done. I don't like
Groceries.
hanging out in the street.
All right. So you guys see. Let me shift this. Try to get you guys a better angle if I'm capable of that. Let me shift this a little bit.
I love this, by the way, you guys. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Are you guys digging it?
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like
Is-
I'm living state of the day right now.
I so want creepy music. That's the only regret I have, but I don't know how to add it to the live stuff. That's something we'll have to maybe work on.
Yeah, working on that.
So you got two buildings. Doors right in front of the truck, and then over here is the restaurant.
I'm saying convenience store. I think the
Sure.
food keeps longer out of there, but
Let's
That
look in
works.
the windows. If we spot any movement.
yeah,
All right,
I'll move
you guys.
quietly over there.
Okay.
Jordan's also going to try to stealth his way there too.
Got a 10.
Oh.
14.
What about the rest of you?
10.
Oh, Ellis don't see no point in trying to sneak, seeing as how a truck just broke down right in front of this place. So, he's just walking up.
They're all kind of sneaking, and Ellis, you walk directly over to it. This small Quick Mart convenience store is like 1,000 others you've ever seen before in the chain. The windows are whole. As you can see, the mesh is still in place. This is one of those kind of convenience stores because you guys are not in a very nice part of town. However, the door looks pretty battered, and it's not a glass door, but it looks to have been broken.
Okay, let's make a game plan. As well as food, we should grab like any first aid supplies, aspirin, Tylenol, Motrin,
Water.
splints, anything we can get. Water, yes, yeah, everything we can find. Grab, and if they have tote bags to put it all in.
Good call. Good thing.
Maybe let's stick in pairs of 2. So nobody gets surprised.
We could all go together to this thing and just have two watchers and 2 grabbers.
Works.
I like that plan. Let's stick together.
Cool. Big man, you gonna be a hitter?
Yeah.
What about you, Ellis? You want to be a hitter?
I'll just grab stuff. That's fine.
Cool. Lizzie?
I don't care. I got my axe. Keep it out.
Cool. All right, I'll grab it with Ellis then. Let's go.
All right, you head inside. You realize that it was hard to see from the outside because the glass is kind of frosted. This is one of those places where they're clearly trying to, keep a low profile on things. Give me.
You guys tense.
Yeah. You
Think
guys
so.
think that, like, if zombies ever really happen, like, people would act differently because they've seen so many zombie movies, you know?
I think there'd be a lot of fools that died quickly.
Well, like, it wouldn't be like, "Oh, zombies, that's impossible." It'd be like, okay, here's what we do now, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody would be going for the water and the guns and food.
Right.
Still be society collapse. That's why I always think in zombie stuff the most terrifying things are usually the people.
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Trying to think of the best place to hit up, like a Menards maybe. I don't know, because I know they have some groceries there and building things.
Mhm.
Weapons.
That's why I said Dunham's the other day in the group chat, because there's guns and ammo, but there is some food there.
Right.
Mhm.
Good point.
You know what the ultimate one's gonna be, right? We could find a Cabela's.
Yeah, Cabela's would be sweet.
Pretty cool.
We just, that's what we'll do. We'll just camp up on one of those big giant rocks there. That'll be our camp
Right.
spot.
All the,
Right.
the stuffed sheep and stuff.
Yeah, just push those things off, and
Right.
that'll be our sleeping spot.
But like you said, the humans are the most terrifying thing, and everybody else is going to be thinking that too.
Oh yeah.
Is there an armory around here, you guys? That would be ideal.
I don't know.
I have no clue how to drive any of that stuff.
Armories aren't something you can just get into.
I like the cop shop idea. I think that's a good idea.
Probably the best place for at least easy to use guns. Shotguns, pistols, the like.
You guys good with
Okay,
guns?
so
Not really.
who is first through the door?
I'll go through.
Jordan,
Okay, Jordan will.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Jordan steps in, followed by who?
Me?
Ellis. And then. Okay. And then finally. Cooper. All right. As you step through the door of the Quick Mart, remember, guys, I don't have a lot of modern terrain, so I'm using a lot of old school D&D stuff.
Hello,
Right.
man.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Shelf is a shelf.
So as you enter this place, you can see, to your dismay, it has already, believe it or not, been somewhat gone through, although you can see some stuff here and there on the shelves. However, you hear something, some kind of movement from behind the counter. Give me perception checks.
15.
10.
3.
What'd you get, Jordan?
7.
Okay. You guys hear like just that's continually.
Hey,
Who said hey?
Jordan did. Anybody there?
At that, as you say hey, you see a couple of zombies, gore slicked, stand up from behind the counter. They were clearly eating someone. And again, as you kind of, they seem to be like just feasting. And as you say that, they kind of And it's initiative time.
I almost grabbed my D20 to roll.
You don't have to. Ellis.
All right. I'm gonna step in into the kind of kitty corner to the right of where Jordan is.
So here?
Yep, right there. I'm just
Okay.
gonna kind of move in and kind of ready my bat at this point.
Trying to give you guys a little bit better view. How is that?
Yeah, I can see that pretty well.
All right. Next. Oh, crap. Come on. It's you, Lizzie.
Okay. I'm gonna step up behind Jordan, and I'm gonna look over those shelves and see if there's anything useful on them.
Give me perception checks.
Okay.
Or a perception check. Sorry. The checks plural.
10.
10. You'll find a few useful things here. Just scanning, you see, looks like some unopened bottles of water, some chips, bags of beef jerky, some soda, a couple of cases of beer, and near like back where the zombies are, as you kind of glance through by the back door, you spot what looks like a hand where it's like connected to part of an arm, but it's like whatever it's connected to is back behind the rest of the counter. But the hand has something in it, something shiny. Okay. Next is Trent Koopa.
Yeah, Coop's gonna move in off to the left of the store.
Like over here.
Yep.
Okay. Coop kind of moves in and gets behind a shelf. Oh, Jordan.
Jordan is going to move up into in front of the counter, kind of like as to where they come through. They have to be bottlenecked through.
So like roughly here.
To the right, just about 5 feet.
Jeez. Here.
Yep, right there.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. The zombies. The first one lurches forward. And as she does, this one steps. You notice this one's holding like what looks like part of a leg. It's just like gnawing away. She moves up to you. And that was so the way this works is you've noticed that they have to move more than 20 feet or so. They can't attack at least these ones that you've seen. However, well, you are within you're close. So this one is going to she like goes to strike at you, Jordan. Oh, I don't know if you can see that die. That's a 17.
Oh yeah.
All right. You take 2 points of damage, and she's going to try to grab you. What is your CMD?
11.
All right. Her CMB is +2. I got a 10. She slashes you with these filthy nails as she tries to grab a hold of your arm, but she fails, and so unable to get a hold of you, she just leaves like a gash in your arm. All right, that was the zomboids. Hey guys, is it tense at all?
Yes,
Just a wee bit.
a little quiet.
I'm ready to channel energy.
No doubt.
Would be nice
So
right now.
it's like I was telling Beck, I'm like, it's so different because they're not D&D superheroes. They're people.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like any other
Quick,
people.
Cass, turn on your head.
All right. First up is Ellis.
Okay. So she did not grab him, correct?
Nope. Just clawed down his arm.
Okay.
Nasty gash.
Here's what I'm gonna try to do, DM, is I'm gonna try to move over to the other shelf, and I'm gonna try to push it over and see if I can push it over on top of them in any way, shape, or form.
This
That one right, yeah. Is that okay? Because it doesn't look like it's right up against the wall.
Nope, it isn't. It's kind of like you can get behind. Give me a strength check.
Okay, let's see what it gets. Ooh, I rolled a 19, so a total of a 20.
All right. So as this shelf goes smashing into her, well, that wasn't actually what happened. You didn't get knocked over, but you smash this shelf down on top of her, and what I want you to do is roll 2d6.
Okay.
But we're just going to start with the head, because if the head is dead, she is dead.
Okay. So 1d6 and then roll location dice.
Nope, just roll 2d6 because every part of her is getting smashed.
Okay.
So this is just if you're her head toast, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so for a total of 5 and
That's it.
Yep.
You smash her head. He goes down and just crushes her because this is a real heavy steel shelf. That's why you had to make, and it was a DC 14 strength check. So it just slams down on her, making a lot of racket. And but she is crunched. All right, madam.
Okay. Can you point to where I saw that hand with something sticking out of it?
Yep. You get a pointy stick.
Ah, okay, way back there. Okay. I am just gonna move over to Jordan's like left for now.
I can hear.
Actually, no,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Could I climb on top of that counter instead?
Yep. What I want you guys to do is just tell me what you want to do, and then we'll do it. So,
Sure.
give me what I need. Then you jump up there. Give me a climb check.
Okay. 1 step. Okay. 10.
You move in and clamber on top of there. All right. Ox.
All right. Jordan's gonna hold back. He is pretty wounded right now. He's gonna wait, watch the door behind him while they finish this thing up.
You're kind of like holding your arm. Where should I tell you which arm it was, by the way?
I don't believe you said.
It was your left arm. So do you move or do you just stay where you are, or do you back off?
He's gonna move like 10 feet back.
Okay. Kind of look back. You hear the old man. What's going on in there?
Two of these things are in here. Just got bit real bad.
You got bit?
Well, not
Actually
bit,
got
not
scratched.
bit. Scratch.
Boom!
he moved over towards the door.
All right. Next it is Hoop.
Yeah, Coop is gonna move up to that thing and attack. And if he has any
Okay.
movement, move back some.
You have to move around or crawl over this shelf. Which do you
Yeah.
choose?
I'm gonna go around.
You kind of edge around.
And I'm gonna do a called shot on its head.
Roll with disadvantage, sir.
All right. Well, I hit a 5.
That is not going to do it. And you have 5 foot of movement to back up.
I'll back up.
The zombie. He steps up to Coop, who is now the closest to him. Get this in there. Might be able to get this in frame if I'm clever, which I'm. Okay. Zombie. Nat 1.
Oh.
Woo!
So, I'm going to roll a body part, which is the right arm. As it swings its right arm at you, You notice that its arm is like not like really all that well attached. Like something's been at it, and it like swings, and as you just kind of duck back, it hits it on the wall, and the bone snaps, and the right arm is now hanging uselessly from it. Because one of the things that I'm doing with this just very quickly is, oh no, dang it, Brad, dang it, Bobby, wrong thing. So one of the things is I'm trying to emulate how these zombies are in different states of decay. And you guys are starting to realize that even though this all just broke loose today, you're wondering if this has been going on for a while, maybe somewhere else. You're not really sure. So, but then how that would make sense, you're not really sure either. So, but its right arm just snaps, and it cannot use its right arm no more. And that is its turn. So, next is... Oh, yeah, and on its turn, let's see. Ellis, why don't you roll a d6? You guys have been making some noise.
Okay. That's a 2.
All right. Well, it resets to 1 after the last encounter roll. But now the die is cast. The bone die is now at a 2. It's your random encounter number now. All right. First up is Lizzie.
Okay, I'm gonna walk along the counter so I'm behind it, and I'm gonna try and like just chop downward at it with my axe.
Okay.
Just find my dice. Oh, I rolled a 19.
That is a hit, madam.
So I do 4 points of damage in its right leg.
Okay. Limbs. Have I gotta? This is something I gotta. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna need you to re-roll that. There's no way you could hit the leg. You could hit the head, the torso, or the other arm.
Okay. I got target, so that means I can pick.
Yep.
I chop it in the head.
All right. You guys see Lizzie brings this axe right down on this thing's skull, and it just chunk and gets stuck. She kind of wrench it out as this thing falls to the ground.
Whew, Lizzie Borden had an axe.
She
Not
did.
exactly tournament etiquette, but it'll work.
That's how you did it.
I like it.
I look around to see if there's any more of them. Like they were chewing on something. I want to look behind the counter and see if that thing's gonna rise up.
No, you guys don't see any. You're sure that crash was going to bring something, but so far, nothing. It's just, again, in the distance, but nothing close. Doesn't seem any closer than it's been so far.
Okay. I climb off the counter and see what was in that thing's hand.
Okay. Well, the hand, you would have noticed just jumping up on the counter. The dead store clerk is in many pieces, and a lot of them is just gone. It looks like these two have been feasting in here for a while on this guy. You do find a couple of things, however, as you're glancing around back here. In the hand, which is the severed hand that we're talking about here, you see a revolver.
Ooh. She picks it up kind of carefully, like make sure not to point it at anybody. Found something.
So the rules with something like firearms. Dang it, I keep doing the wrong thing. So any simple firearm you guys can just use. You may not be a good shot with it or anything like that, but you can use it. A revolver is the simplest gun in the world to use. So anything more complex, like a machine gun, or anything more complicated, like clip-fed shotgun or belt-fed, something like that. That you just have to be trained to use, or you can try it, but it's always with disadvantage. So, but a revolver, it's point and shoot.
Makes sense.
Good find.
Hey,
Also, a revolver takes a full round action to load. It's a move action to load 1 bullet in a pinch, but otherwise it's a full round action to load it.
I'm gonna start looking for supplies.
Okay. All right. Coop, give me, since you're right there, give me a perception. Oh, no, actually, you're right there. You notice. So the zombie that she chunked into its head with the axe, you noticed as it fell, sticking out of its side is a knife.
Ooh. I grab it.
Okay. It's a, it's a, essentially, lock blade, but it's a, 1d4. It's a knife. Also, guys, the crits in this system are all 20s unless it's a nicer weapon or item. For example, like a military grade M4 or a combat knife or something like that. Every crit 20 unless I tell you otherwise.
Makes sense.
Okay.
All right.
You guys search the place. A couple of things would have got a little destroyed from that. You guys find 4 unopened bottles of water left.
I'm just
I don't
putting
know how
on
you
my
guys are
phone.
doing.
Okay,
are you guys-
I'm typing them into a notes on my phone for now.
Okay. But I just didn't know if you guys are doing party bag or how you guys are just.
Yeah,
You
how
guys
do
are
we wanna do
grabbing-
that?
Let's just grab it all and we can sort of, divvy it up
Yeah.
later if we need.
Sounds good. I got a knife. Anyone needs a knife?
I was just telling Jerry to hang on
'Cause
to
it was
the
like you-
knife for now.
Gotcha. Okay. So, all right, you find what I say so far. You find bottles of water, 2 bags of potato chips, a bag of beef jerky, most of a case of soda. You find there's 9 cans in there, and most of a case of beer. You find there's 5 cans of beer left. Essentially, everything else has either been picked over or is now like kind of broken, crushed, or leaking onto the floor.
Okay. Whose hand was it that the revolver was in? Was it the store clerk?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see any bullets around what's left of his body?
Nope, you have not checked the chamber.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. You kind of click, and you kind of takes you a minute because you're not real familiar with guns. You open it up. You see there are 4 rounds left in the chamber. That's all you see.
Okay.
Looked like there was a door in the back. Check that too.
It might be the door back out to the street.
Could be. Could be.
You're right there, Coop.
I'll open the door.
Yep, it indeed goes to the alley that runs behind the store.
Okay, I'll gently shut it.
Does
Now-
anyone know how to use this? I'm sorry, Dad.
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Does anyone know how to use this thing? I don't.
I never really had a chance to use or I need to use guns, so I don't really. I'm sure you just point and shoot.
We're all
What about you
probably the
guys?
same skill set with that, right?
Yeah, everybody is people that have maybe shot a gun before, maybe haven't, but there's nobody here is like super familiar with guns or anything like that. Also, you guys have no kind of backpacks or anything like that, so what you can carry is what you can carry in your pockets at this point right now. Now, granted, you have the truck right out there you could load some stuff into, or all the stuff, depending on what you want to do. But, as
That's
far as
good.
like writing anything on your sheet, you have to tell me like where are you carrying it? Like where's it at on your person?
The knife's in my pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Lizzie will.
Yeah, hang on to it, Lizzie. I mean,
Okay. She's too nervous to like stick it in like her pants like they do in movies, so she's just gonna hold it in one hand and hold the axe in the other.
Okay.
I said let's stick this all in the truck and we can divvy it up in a little bit.
yeah, we got to cough up some of it to that mechanic guy, but
Right.
Sounds
we can
good.
find some backpacks in the apartment building.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
All right, you guys ready?
Ready as ever.
Let's go.
Okay. Just take a moment.
You know what really bothers me about this whole apocalypse thing is the looting.
You don't care for looting or just the quality of the loot?
I'm just mad that they got here before us.
Oh, so it's fine when we do it. But
Correct.
not
You've
everyone
got the gist of it now.
else.
It is inconsiderate. All right. So you guys head out. Where are you heading now?
To the apartment buildings where Coop's gonna head. That door on the street side.
I thought we were gonna put the stuff in the truck first.
Yeah, that way we're not carrying
You're
it.
right.
Yep.
You're right.
All right. You carry the stuff out. You see McCready looks a little concerned, but is everything okay?
Yeah, the ones in there are dead. Well, dead? I don't know how that works.
Undead.
They're not moving anymore.
I made an awful racket.
Yeah.
Speaking of rackets, Jordan Knox, why don't you roll me a d6?
5.
All right. The number has now become a 3.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, did we want to do the restaurant first or the apartment building?
Restaurant's right next door to you here. Apartment building's across the street.
I don't know. You think this guy's gonna settle for what we got?
We don't have that much food, so
Probably
honestly,
not.
the more we get, probably the better.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's just
Yeah, but maybe we should go check on his girlfriend just in case she is still alive.
Fair point.
yeah, we could check for food in their kitchens too, or her kitchen.
Yeah, we can go check out the apartment building. Is there, can we look around? Is there any sort of fire escape on the building?
You want to circle around the building and take a look?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you go around the back, you do indeed see a fire escape. However, Coop, why don't you roll me a d6, buddy?
5.
Oh, it's getting juicy.
It's to where I want the encounter every
Right.
single
I heard
time.
your groan.
You know?
You said it to 1.
Does that mechanic help build dread, I wonder?
Wonder no more. It
Well,
surely does.
I'm definitely stealing that for the Dead City.
It works, huh? I was
It does.
hoping it would work this way.
Uh,
Did you also know that each encounter comes with a higher die of zombies that you roll with it?
I like it. Not when it's being used against me, but I like it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get up there.
The fire escape, however, is 10 feet above you. There's no ground ladder because that's not how fire escapes work.
Right. Could
So
one of you
Lizzie,
guys maybe boost me and I could
You're
grab
kind
it?
of light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hand the gun to Coop while he, because I need a free hand.
Yeah, I got it.
all right. Give me a climb check, Lizzie.
All right. Step in. Old eyes on work.
Oh, I can print this up for you if you need, Kate.
Oh, I mean, it's all good. It's just on my phone. I was just like trying to find the right one. Okay. Oh, hey, I rolled a 15, so 17.
All right. So Lizzie, I'm just gonna shift the building so you guys can see better what you're dealing with. Lizzie hauls herself up to the first rung of the fire escape. Oh, it's really not the best view. Hold on. Let's see if I can pull this back and zoom. Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
So you guys are pretty much, while she's there, guys are down here. What does my party do?
I look and see if there's like a catch where I could let the bottom part down. If there's a part that does go to the ground.
Okay. You do see a ladder that does have, it's got like a latch.
Okay.
You can like unlatch it and lower it down.
Okay,
We should
I'll try to do
catch
that.
We should catch that.
Yeah, I
need to
try to do
catch
it quietly.
Okay, Lizzie, give me a strength check.
Okay. Okay. 12.
Okay. You begin lowering it down, and they catch it on the other end and chunk.
Okay. Climb up.
All right. I put the gun in my other trench coat pocket and climb up.
All right. You guys get up to the first. You guys are all. I'm not going to put every mini there because it's kind of crowded. Some of you have to get up on the steps, but as you move to and fro, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna hand Lizzie back her gun. She seems, I think,
Step
oddly
4,
better.
hey, let's just go to the top. Maybe we
Yeah,
can look in the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah, let's try to be quiet.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh.
Ever me stealth checks
Okay.
as you're heading up.
Ooh.
I got an 8.
Actually did
I-
slightly better that time. 15.
Got a 7.
I got a 19.
Oh my god.
Ellis and Jordan are being very careful. As you guys are heading up, are you leading the way, Lizzie?
Yeah, I guess.
You go up and around. You start heading over here. Who's next in line?
I will be.
The coop man is there. Who's next?
I'll go.
Ellis. Then Jordan is bringing up the rear.
Cool thing about those stairs is you can actually slot minis into the little the things in between.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so
I
if
did
you-
not even know that.
So if you put like the bases, you can actually like
Oh yeah, right
Part
on.
right up the
Okay.
stairs.
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. Okay, actually, yeah. Try that then. That's too cool not to do.
Yeah, I just thought it was
Actually,
a neat
never
thing
knew
that they did because it's like the way that they're open like that, so it's just enough for a base
Right.
to slot in.
Cool.
Ben got these for my birthday last year.
Nice.
They look awesome.
Lizzie, as you get up to the 3rd floor, an arm smashes through that window and lunges at you.
Oh god.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see if I can get this. No, shoot, it just moved, but
Oh,
no.
no! Bye, Lizzie.
an arm slams out, really slash, just like gashes into you as it goes to try to grab you. For 2 points of damage in the torso, and it is grabbing the side of your shirt, and it's going to try to grapple you. What is your CMD?
It is second 12.
It does not grapple you. But it is... How much damage did I tell you took?
2.
Actually, that's 4, because this is it's 1d4 plus 1 for their attack when they swing like that. So it's 4, my bad.
Okay, I'm at 0.
Okay. As Lizzie drops, this thing is pulling her in the window, and we go to initiative.
Oh man.
She found a way in, guys.
Check if the girlfriend's okay.
It is the girlfriend.
Lizzie, Give
I mean,
me
I'm
a
Sorry.
Constitution check.
Okay, let's see. That is it. Okay, +1. I got a 16.
Okay. You're not bleeding out. You're very healthy.
Great.
Just
I
knocked
can-
unconscious.
Yeah.
Super
Right.
healthy though.
Yeah.
All right. You said Trent, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna rush up there and try and drag her back.
All right. Go around, and you can grab hold of her. Give me an opposed strength check.
All right. My strength is a 10. Here we go. I got a 6. A whole 6.
You essentially, and I hate to say it, Kate, being you're the only girl, but it's like a bad B movie. He tears half your shirt off as this thing's trying to pull you through, and
That
Trent's
was
like,
not my intent.
yeah, and this thing's pulling her through. Jordan,
Help, guys.
Okay, Jordan's going to run up and attempt to do the same thing. He's going to try to grab Lizzie's arm and pull her back.
all right, well, you got to let's see, so climbing these flights of stairs, that's one move equivalent. You can't really get around unless you attempt to balance on the outside of this at this point.
Oh, Dax is not Jordan's thing. He's going to fall to his death if he tries. He's going to move up to help, but he's not going to be doing any tightrope walking.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Yikes.
All right. It pulls Lizzie through the window. She just gets jerked inside of this third floor window. Ellis.
Yeah, I go to rush up. I go to rush up the stairs, kind of, hearing the screams. And do I see kind of her legs getting, yanked through the window as like at the?
So as you kind of like, what's it? I've cut. You get up to here, and you just see her again, like Cooper, and this all happens like in a split second. Cooper grabs her, has like half her shirt in his hand as she just gets jerked through the window, and her limp form disappears into the darkness. All right,
Lizzie.
next up is
Actually, because that was my one move, correct? To get up to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get this door open. As my second move.
Which door?
The door. It looks like there's a door right next to me.
That's a window.
Oh, it's a window. Okay.
Yep. But you can try to go through that should you wish it.
Yeah. I'll hit it with baseball bat and try to climb through. Well, at this point, I'll just hit it with the baseball bat to break it open.
Okay, it's glass. It shatters. Okay, so as you get up and you look through the window, Ellis, you can see a dingy living room, battered couch, small table shoved into the corner of the kitchen. You see two doors, and that is what you can see. And we're going to go ahead on into initiative. And number one is Trent Cooper.
I go through the window after Lizzie.
All right. You clamber through this window. No, this is not ideal, but it is what it is. You see a small bedroom, and inside this small bedroom, you see a shambling zombie has dragged her in, and it looks like he's about ready to bite it into her.
I will attack if I can.
You can move through and attack.
Okay. That is what I do. But I hit a 6.
Okay. That ain't gonna cut it.
It wasn't my choice, dang it.
All right. Next is Jordan Knox.
Okay, Jordan is going to move through and climb through the window.
Which one?
You know what? The closest one.
Okay, so that'd be the one that Ellis just smashed in.
Okay. I'll climb
So
in through that window.
Your first move action puts you here. You can hear on the other side of this door a ruckus happening.
I will use my other move to open the door, if I can.
Yep, you open the door, and within you see a bedroom, and you can see, essentially, you kind of see Trent lunging, but missing as he swings. It's such tight quarters in here. He swings his machete and like gets it stuck in the door jamb as he's trying to like hit this thing.
Never
All
mind,
right.
I closed the door. No kidding.
That's
This is not what I was looking for.
Ellis Singleton. Part.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb through the window that I just broke open.
Gotcha. Okay. Get in here next to. Well, you can be really essentially. He moved to open the door. He can be in either square, so you can move like here, should you wish it.
Yep, I'll move over to there.
If you didn't have to open the door, you can take a swing should you wish
Okay.
it.
Yep, I will take a swing then. Try to get this thing off of Lizzie. Nope, that's a 4. But it was for max damage in the head. He was swinging for the fences.
Oh,
Man.
okay. Now here's the question: does it drop Lizzie and attack one of you guys? I have a handy dandy yes, no, maybe die.
Oh no.
Oh. Goodbye, Lizzie.
Uh-oh.
It goes to bite you. Whatever your dex is without, or whatever your AC is without your dex, is what we're going to use because it's bite through clothing and different things like that.
Okay.
All right. I don't know, 6?
No, I think it's a 10 because my dex is +2. My AC is 12, so I think my AC should be 10.
So no, he starts to snap into you. In what area? Bites into your leg. He is actually like gnawing on your boot. You got these like kind of athletic boots, hiking boot type things, and he's like trying to bite, but he's not finding purchase at the moment. You guys see just trying to like tear into flesh. All right, start of this round. Here we go. Ellis.
All right, I take another swing on this thing. See if I can't do something. Oh God, no, that's a 9. He's just trying to swing this baseball bat, and there's not enough room, so he's like doing some of these, trying to whack it.
Yeah, and it is. It's such tight quarters. Oh, zombie.
God
Okay.
dang.
Does it go? I said maybe would be in the case he's going for someone else.
Yep.
So he still has a hold on her, and he's going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to go for Jordan. He's like, Big Mac. No, he doesn't really say that, but he goes to try to claw at you, Jordan. How about a 13?
That is a hit.
All right.
Oh God.
For 2 points of damage in the torso as he rips into your midsection. You're rather prodigious midsection. Jordan's got that look of a really like awesome high school football player that just let himself go and ate a lot of ice cream and Cheetos after.
And cheeseburgers.
We've seen that.
So me.
Cheeseburgers. No, I was gonna say no, not like you. You look more like Randy from Trailer Park Boys or something. Not quite as bad, but a little more muscular. Maybe like Ricky.
That could be Ricky. I like Ricky.
Are you still conscious, Jordan?
Yes, barely, but still conscious.
All right. He rips into you, but he doesn't try to grab you since he already has a hold of Lizzie. He's more like swatting you away, but like you notice like bones sticking through the pads of his fingers, and it's just sharp, just claws you. Jordan, your turn.
Or I'm going to return the favor and try to bash this thing with my crowbar. 17.
That is a hit, sir.
All right, for 7 points of damage in the left arm.
All right. You smash his arm, which Let's see, which arm was he holding her with? He was holding her with his left arm. So he
Nice.
drops Lizzie to the floor. You crunch essentially into his shoulder, his upper shoulder, and like dislocate it, and the arm just hangs limply to his side. Trent Cooper.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go nuts on this thing and just trying to double hand machete chop this thing. But I only hit a 7, so no, I don't do that.
Okay. And again, you kind of like try to get through, but it's almost like waving a fly swatter because you don't want to hit your friends, and so it's like the swing you would normally take. It's just frustrating in this small area. All right, next is
I'm gonna swing it. I'm gonna swing on this thing again. Actually, I'm gonna swing for its head.
okay. Roll with disadvantage.
Ew, 6.
That is a miss, sir. All right, next is start putting the cards back in front. Lizzie, you're unconscious. Next is Ellis Singleton.
Okay. I am going to reach in and pull Lizzie through the doorway because it dropped her. So
Yep.
I'm going to try to pull her into my square.
And you do. You don't have to roll or anything because you
Right.
just reached in, grabbed her, and pulled her out. I'll even give you 10 feet of movement should you wish to take it.
Yeah, I'll drag her back a little ways just to get her away from this. On the off chance
By
that
the
it's-
windows or like kind of out there
Yeah, that
by the
works.
table maybe? Okay. Zombie lurch just from underneath. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Wouldn't do that. Zombie. Oh. Yeah, let's see. Who's around it? Yeah, that's what I thought. 3, 4 to 6 goes to lash out at Trent Cooper.
All right.
Being that's robbed of its prey, it's like 14.
Oh yeah, that got me.
This is going to be in your leg, your right leg, for 3 points of damage.
Okay, I drop. I'm at 0.
Trent goes down. Trent Cooper, go ahead and give me a Constitution check. Sorry, a fort save is what I mean to be saying when I say Constitution check, guys. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I got a 14.
Lose a hit point, sir.
Okay.
Continue to bleed. All right. Are we ready for the next card?
Mhm.
Trent Cooper, go ahead and give me a flashback.
I got an 18.
All right. You clot it. What is that, -1?
Yep.
All right. Next up is Ellis Singleton.
Okay, yeah, hearing a thud happen in that other room, I'm going to let
Pull her
go,
back and see Trent go down. Yeah.
let go of Lizzie's body and move over to try and help Jordan. And I'm going to move over and try to whack this thing.
All right.
All right, let's see. That's going to be a 12 in the left leg
That's a hit.
for 2 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, all right. Its leg was very damaged. It had 1 hit point. So it drops to the ground. Its left leg and left arm are incapacitated, trying to drag itself forward. Jordan. Sorry, card.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this thing off.
What's that?
I'm gonna try to finish this thing off. Oh, it's a freaking mess.
All right. It. All right, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. All right, it's going for you, Ellis.
Okay.
11.
That is my AC.
Okay. Take 2 points of damage in the head. Actually, you know what? You're standing and it's fallen. I'm going to re-roll that. That would be torso. It reaches up and rakes down one side. Your dress shirt gets ripped open and blood flows as you get a nasty claw down your side. Okay. We're in a tight spot, boys. We're in a tight spot. All right. First up is Jordan.
Right now, currently, is Coop still in the room?
Yes.
I'm going to grab Coop, pull him back.
Okay, that'll be your turn. You pull him back by where he pulled Lizzie?
Yeah, and I was going to say, can I close the door now?
You mean
Could we
like
just
kick
shut
it
this thing in
shut
here?
as you... Yeah. So, yeah, actually, you grab Cooper, pull him back, and you could just kick the door shut on your way.
That's exactly what I do, because this thing's not going to be able to open the door.
All right? You slam the door shut. If it'll
Yep.
go in or not.
Because I feel like if
Okay.
any one of us take any more hits, we're going to go down.
All right?
For real.
Next is... Oh, she's unconscious. Ellis, what do you do?
Okay. I'm going to hold the door shut and look back at Jordan and say, "Get him out onto the ladder." I'll just because just in case the thing tries to break down the door, I'll just hold it shut while you get him out.
And I
Okay.
do that. Well, we're probably
barricade the
still in
door?
turn.
Yep, we are. So you're holding the door. Jordan went. All right. Well, Jordan didn't go. He did go already. You hear a boop. Ellis, post strength check.
Okay. Let's see here.
Luckily, zombies really suck.
Oh God, that's a 3.
Okay. The door blows open as this zombie lurches out, and you're forced back.
Wonderbar.
So 10x next broken, is it? Oh, just kidding.
That's what you
Take
get.
that.
I kid. I do it all out of love, I think. All right. So, yeah, that just happened. Here we go. Next dealio. Okay. Whew. Anna, you guys feel any tension?
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, it's like you can cut it with a knife.
All right. And go for... Oh, God, he's unconscious. Oh, no. Lurking forward, trying to hit you. Oh. Okay. Well, it's either good or bad. So that was a nat 1. And it's torso. So as you are... Yeah, hold on. Let me switch to this camera. I'm gonna roll for this. Okay. So as this thing lurches forward, you realize that when it busted the door, like it didn't break the door like with a shoulder like a person would have. It just kind of like did like this, and shards of the door went up into it. And as it does this, it's this like broken piece of wood drives itself. And Ellis, you just kind of step back, and this goes like into its spinal cord. It flops over on the ground, and its head smashes off the floor, and it is completely and utterly still.
God. Way to go, door.
Way to go, door.
We need more doors.
I mean,
I mean, somebody had mentioned Home Depot earlier, so who knew the greatest weapon against zombies would be doors?
See?
Jim Morrison did.
Well, yeah. Do you want to get them out? I mean, get them out the window.
Yeah, I pull them out. You should maybe search that room for supplies, though. See if there's anything in there that can help.
Okay. I'll take a quick look around in there, see if there was anything.
Okay. Roll me percentiles, Ben.
Okay. Centimegations.
That would be a 74.
All right. You search this room, kind of glancing through. You don't see anything of value, TV remote, stack of books, nothing that's going to help you right now.
Okay. Nothing in there.
You come across one thing that would be in here for sure is a kitchen knife, like a longer butcher knife.
I'll take it. Yeah, just as have a stabbing implement.
Where do you
Let's see.
hold
Well,
it? Where do
actually,
you
yeah, a
keep it?
longer kitchen knife like that. I have
Stick it in like maybe the back of your belt or something?
Yeah, I could probably belt it, kind of slide it in there.
Or down the front of your pants. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just slide it through my belt at the moment.
Okay. Meanwhile, Jordan, you pull them out onto the fire escape. What do you guys do?
I don't know, Ellis. Do you think we should continue to search the building? Leave these two out here? I don't know.
God,
We could just go back to the mechanic and tell him his girlfriend wasn't here.
I mean, we did climb up in here. Well, we can go up this last set of stairs. I mean, it's only one level higher.
By the way, I'm sorry to cut in. Since you guys are out here, I need you to roll me a d6.
Oh, crap.
All right, and that's a 4.
Okay. Zombie die resets. I'm gonna have to get me a special zombie die. All right, so we're now up to D8. You see moving down. Give me 1 second. Let me switch some stuff.
There's gonna be a horde of them down there because we were smashing windows below the freaking the ladder.
From bad to worse.
Out of the frying pan and
Yeah. What is that, The Hobbit? At this point, I think Jordan might just take a nosedive off the top of this fourth floor.
He's just
Right
like
on his head.
his
Yeah,
wife
this is
and
quick.
his wife and kids are gone. He's just like, I've had enough.
Isn't that how it always happens in these movies, though? Like, at first, it's like, okay, they're slow moving. It's not a big deal. It is, we just got to be smart. We got to be careful. And then, yeah. So, from where you guys are at, let me spin the camera. If you remember, I got it. Okay. That's not quite ideal for what I want. So if you remember, this building that you're in here, right, is at the edge of the street. The fire escape is in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are technically at the back of the building facing the alley and some other large buildings back behind you. But you see in the distance coming down the street this way, a group of 5 zombies.
Oh, wonderful.
And as they kind of come, moving around, they lurch forward until they go around the building and out of your vision.
Hank.
Man,
A couple seconds later, you guys hear. And then nothing.
Does this sound like a shotgun or a 45? Or can we not tell?
It was definitely a shotgun. You've heard that blast. Give me perception checks as you hear that.
Nope. Got a 4.
That is a 19.
Okay. So Ellis doesn't hear it, but Jordan, you're a country boy. And while you both heard like, you heard like just in the distance, just faintly. You realize the old man must have been running low on shells.
I listened for any screams or anything.
It's very quiet. You just hear the distant.
Well, either way, if he's out of shells, we're not going to be able to get down there in time to save him. We're up here. We might as well finish searching this building.
Okay. Let's go.
So we're on the 4th floor. We've got to get to 5.
I think we were on the 3rd.
Yep, you're on the 3rd floor. You got to get to the 4th floor.
Man, you think we should leave him out here on the fire escape?
I mean, it's better than leaving him inside, I would think. I mean, at least the zombies would have to crawl out to get to him.
Yeah, true. They're not going to be making any noise. All right. We'll come right back for him.
So, back inside, you guys leave them like barely dangling, I'm assuming like one leg kicking over the edge of the fire escape where they could.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
Strong wind can knock him over.
You guys look. Oh, that's a bad situation. Hold on. I need to do that a little smarter. Okay. But you guys can see your situation. Like I said, you got the living room, you got that bedroom here. You have another door here. And you have a door that you're guessing leads out of the apartment there. You have not searched the bedroom or what's beyond that other door.
I go search that bedroom real quick. Just the off chance we find like a first aid kit or something.
Okay. Ellis, what are you doing while he's doing that?
I'm gonna watch that other door.
Okay. Go ahead, Ellis or Jordan. Roll me percentiles.
That is an 85.
You search through again, some old clothes, maybe a shirt for Lizzie, but nothing really of real value in here.
All right. I head back. Back to Ellis.
Okay. He's watching the door. And again, you're at a spot you can watch both doors, but you saw or heard nothing.
Okay. Nothing yet. You want to go through?
Yep, I open that door.
The one inside the apartment, correct?
Yep.
All right. It opens to reveal a bathroom.
Ooh, I definitely searched this bathroom.
Medicine cabinet.
Okay. Beta Decay has taught us anything. That there's Tylenol that can actually heal your entire health bar. So, give me percentiles, sir.
19.
You find something of use.
Oh, right.
Interesting. Okay, give your DM just a second. Gotta see what you find in this here bathroom. Okay. Oh, you don't want the ultra-modern firearms book. You don't want 200 pages of modern firearms for this game. That's stupid. You don't need that.
Well.
All right. All right, roll me a D10, Joel.
Six.
Okay, roll me a D20.
11.
Okay, that would not be in here. Go ahead and roll me. Start again from a D10.
7.
Okay. Roll me D20.
12.
you actually find a small first aid kit. Now, the way that this works is, let me switch back to me. It is not magical. So first aid kit, what you can do, you use it to bind up wounds. It's got some alcohol. It's got like larger bandages. Now, Kate, being a nurse, she may find fault with this. The way I'm doing it is each first aid kit, depending on what's left in it, has 1d3 uses that can be used to bind up like larger wounds. Because this isn't like a cut on your finger or something. You know what I'm saying? This is like large gashes that you guys have and stuff. However, the effects take time. They take hours, not minutes, not rounds, not anything like that. So what you have to do, Kate, if you want to chime in here, like how long does a really bad wound, I mean, of course, in real life it takes weeks and months, but I'm saying before like you could bandage something up, my assumption is at least like you got to sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? For it to take effect. So that's kind of what I'm going for here.
Yeah, I
say
mean,
that
at
that's
the very
reasonable?
least, yeah.
Yeah. So here's how it works. Regular sleep, a night's sleep that is not restful is 1 hit point. A night's sleep where you feel safe and is, you feel completely, totally safe, you get, your con back plus a hit point. So if you got +2, you get 3 hit points. What a first aid kit does is it allows you to add 1d4 plus 1 after you've slept. Or no, sorry, 1d3 plus 1 hit points back after you've slept.
Huh.
But you essentially, again, Nurse Ratchet here will probably tell you that it's like you got to get somebody in a good spot, like the couch in here or something, or even just the floor, wrap them up, where they've got to be able to rest, and they're like blacked completely out. So I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves as I.
All right, so I mean, at least we can. It says three uses depending on as long as there's none already used from this. But
Yeah.
we could
Go
pass.
ahead and roll a d3.
That is a 1.
Oh.
Did
Well,
partially used.
it's a small one too, so you can
Yeah.
look between yourselves to tell. I'll just go ahead and say if you guys want to check them. Actually, I don't know if you want to check them on the fire escape or if you want to pull them back in here. It's up to you guys what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, unless we're gonna bandage him right now, I'd say we just leave him out there until we're done.
Finish searching this lady's apartment.
Because it's
And
going
then-
to take some time to bandage him up and get. We also got to figure out, like, are we going to stay up here to, because again, we got to figure out if that guy's dead or not. If we even need to go back to the truck at the moment.
Right.
So,
Oh, give me perception checks.
okay.
It's a 11.
12.
All right. You guys both realize the sun is probably within an hour, maybe a little less of setting.
Okay.
All right, let's get through and search this for this lady real quick.
We can search this top floor, and at the very least, we can pull them in, get them wrapped up, or get one of them wrapped up.
Now remember, you guys are on the 3rd floor.
Oh. Yeah, we weren't. Okay.
Just
Yeah.
just so you
Yeah,
know.
then we'll climb right back out the window, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go back up into to the top floor.
Okay. All right. So you guys are leaving them there and heading up, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not going to come in contact with any zombies on the fire escape, whereas the building, we don't know.
Yeah, because if we try to drag him inside with us, it's, I don't want to, drag him inside and then, oh, there's a zombie in the next room.
Right. So, yep,
Yeah.
we'll head on up to the 5th floor.
So you're still, but you're taking the fire escape up,
Yep.
correct? You're not
Oh, yeah.
going interior or anything like that. Gotcha. Roger, Dodger. Luckily, from what you guys know, you are on the right side for it to be, where her apartment is. If you remember what you were told by her boyfriend Ray.
It was apartment 4A, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, you guys climb on up. Who's leading the way?
I will.
Give me stealth checks as you guys are. Well, I don't know. Are you clambering up? Or are you trying to be quiet?
Yeah, still
Try to be quiet.
yeah, still trying to be quiet as we can.
No. Got a 1.
Yeah, his
I love Kate's
undead
wit
girlfriend. She definitely knows we're
You
coming.
hear from inside.
Yeah. I leave immediately.
All right, so Wellity, indeed. All right, we just set the scene here. Get you guys some box text. You climb up the fire escape once again. This time all the way to the top floor. Looking through the windows, Ellis, you find yourself looking through her bedroom window, but you kind of creep because you hear Jordan kind of make a pretty serious noise as he kind of like on the fire escape, like just kicks part of the metal. And you see 2 zombies with you see this apartment, the door is broken open that goes out into the a hall beyond. You see a kind of a woman in her late 30s. She's got drab brown hair. She's wearing real big glasses, jeans, and a t-shirt that says New York City on it. Looks like to be maybe from like way back in the day, maybe her college years. She's kind of rough looking, and they are currently just mauling her, just chewing into her. You can see the apartment is just busted up. You see there's a picture of like a big, like weird picture of a cat, like a Cheshire cat painting on the wall. Her TV's broken. You see there was like 2 overstuffed sofa chairs, but one of them's like been knocked over and destroyed. The other one's kind of just sitting there. However, as Jordan makes this noise, one of them kind of looks up from feasting. You see if it's enough to get his attention. No. He like looks over. You guys crouch down behind the window, and it lowers its head once again, just mauling this unfortunate dead woman.
I look over at Ellis. I don't say anything. I just go and point back down the stairs. And I make my way back to Lizzie and Coop.
I will
Kick
follow.
the zombie raven off of their faces and
Yes.
snatch their eyeball back. Okay. And it's 10:15 at night. You two need to decide what's your play here. What are you going to do? I'll leave you to talk about it. Because essentially, by the time you do this and get back, you're starting to see it's getting to that gray quality where another 15-20 minutes, you're not going to be able to see very well moving around in the dark, especially lugging 2 bodies. So,
Well, what do you think, Jordan?
I think in that case we should probably pull these 2 inside to that first apartment. Barricade the door. Stay there till the morning time.
Yeah,
I mean, we can definitely give that a shot. Do we want to look and see if Hank is still alive? Or do we think he's dead?
You think we can go down there and check and be back here before nightfall?
I don't know what we're gonna get into. It looked like a horde of the zombies coming after him.
Just to be fair, you guys did see that the fire escape did go all the way up to the roof.
Okay. Well, we could take a quick
Yes.
peek over the edge and see what the state is looking like down there.
True. Could probably get a good view of the truck from the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go up top.
Just want to make sure I'm, not
Yeah,
screwing
that's
you
fair.
guys
That's
out
a
of
fair
what-
point. I didn't. Yeah, I saw it on the model, but I didn't think to ask about it. So,
And it's one of those things where, it's not always the best view. I'm trying to give you guys the best view, but I just want to make sure you guys aren't making decisions that are based on not knowing where everything is at. So,
yeah, I'd say let's go check that real quick. Check and see if it looks like he's still out by the truck.
All right. So yeah, we head up.
okay, give me just a second. It's the wrong thing, Brad. One day, I got to get used to this again.
It's been a minute since
Okay.
you DM'd.
Oh, yeah. So from your high vantage, overlooking the street below, you do see zombies around the truck, but you don't see McCready. Give me perception checks.
What, we're 15, so 16?
I got an 11.
So both of you notice that next to the front of the truck where he was working, you actually see his shotgun lying in front of the truck. But Ellis, you notice that this building right, oh, come on, camera, work with me. Right here, so you guys are here, right? This building here, in the front of it, I'm gonna spin this to give you a better view. Hang on. Kind of look at it from your vantage. So in the front of it is a door. I don't know if you can see that.
Mhm.
You guys that's a cool bird's eye view.
Oh yeah.
And you can see this zombie isn't like really looking at direction. It's just like wandering around. But you can see, you just make out a little bit of a blood smear leading up to that door, Ellis.
Hank might be bit or worse. I don't know. Either way, I hate to be a dick about this, but there's no point in us getting killed. There's half a dozen of these things in between us and him, and he don't even got a shotgun anymore.
Yeah. Looks like he dropped it and made a run for that building there. Well, in that case, I said we pull Lizzie and Coop in, slap this slap patch on one of them, rest for the night, and then we go check everything out in the morning.
I agree. It's getting dark out here.
If Hank's not alive anymore, then it's pointless even. I mean, we can let Rise, we can let the mechanic know.
Maybe the mechanic will help us out, if, I don't know. But right now it seems bleak.
Yeah. All right, let's go get those two and bring them in.
Drag him in, barricade that room up.
All right, so you guys pull your comrades off of the fire escape, get them inside. You assess which one of you what are you guys' hit points at, Lizzie, Coop?
-1.
0.
Okay, so you realize as you look at Lizzie, she's probably okay. It looked more like when it dragged her in, it smacked her head on like the windowsill and like knocked her unconscious. Whereas Coop looks like he's pretty injured. You're pretty sure she's just got a bad concussion, maybe, but you know, or not a bad one, but like she's got maybe a little bit of concussion. She's probably going to come around in a few hours. He looks like he's got a really bad gash. Where did it get you at, Cooper?
I don't remember where it got.
Okay. I want to say, well, we'll roll in the left leg. Yeah, that sounds right. I think it went for your leg. It didn't bite you, but it did claw you. So you guys pull them in.
Yep.
Now the one window is smashed out. You could, move something in front of it. You don't really have tools to board it off or anything. But you can move, like, there's like a bookcase you can kind of shove over in front of it to at least give you some warning if it gets opened.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There's a couch. Oh, there's 2 broken windows because the bedroom window is shattered as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got, essentially for furniture, you've got a couch, you've got the kitchen chairs, kitchen table, you've got, like I say, a bookshelf, there's a refrigerator that you could move around. There is also the the bed, mattress, although again, the bedroom has a smashed window, but you could move the mattress to another room should you want to. Also, there's the bathroom has no windows in it.
Yeah, I'd say we'll want to cover up those doors cover up the windows, and probably even throw something up against the one door that's in here that goes out into the other part. I mean, I would imagine then we're going to want something for them to try to rest on, at least relatively comfortably, because you said there's the one couch and then the bed. So between those 2 things, we could get them something comfortable to rest on.
Yeah.
You guys
sounds
going to
like a
keep
plan.
any kind of a watch, or are you guys just going to kind of collapse?
I mean,
Yeah, keep watch. I'll rest. I'll watch for half the night.
okay. Wake me up when it's
There's only 2 of
time.
you. Okay. You guys shove the refrigerator because it's closer to the big door. You get the refrigerator over in front of that.
Mhm.
Kind of move the bookshelf over in front of the busted window. There's not much you can do in the bedroom. You can push the little dresser that's in there up against it. You can also close the door mostly, but the door's been like battered open a couple of times. But you get it to where you feel fairly confident. Pull the mattress out where you could actually lay both of these injured people down on it, your comrades, and do use the first aid on Coop.
Yeah.
So mark that off. You kind of pour the alcohol that's left in the bottle on the wound. Kind of wrap it around with gauze. He looks like he's not like in terrible shape, but he is kind of shivering, like he's almost got a fever going through him right now or something. And you guys grab a blanket from the room. If you want, there is some clothes in there. You could grab a shirt for Lizzie, throw a blanket on her as well.
Yeah.
Because her shirt got torn. And essentially, whichever one of you is not going to be on watch could actually just kind of crash on the couch while the other one kind of watches the city through the window, And it's very eerie as, you guys, as night just falls and you hear that just echoing through the streets. Distant gunfire starts to die down as night falls, and you're guessing whoever does have guns and is out there trying to survive can't see very good anymore, and they're probably doing the same as you, hunkering down wherever they are. And that was day 1 of the apocalypse. So welcome to Wake the Dead.